Ayo, welcome to the wrestling podcast called Cut to Finish with Dillon and Nick.
Yo.
We've been gone since May 30th.
Oh. That's one of our biggest. Yeah, that's one of our bigger. Yeah. It's on brand with us, but
it's rough. Been what? I don't think we talked about this on a normal podcast, but I think it's been what, 4 years since we first started?
Has it been?
I think so.
Wow.
So tell you, this is a 1 year anniversary.
And how many episodes have we done?
A total of 12 episodes, not including this one. So,
hey, humble beginnings.
Hey, you got to start somewhere.
And it's only going to get better. It's only going up from here.
At this point.
We're going to get some better.
So, I'm sure all true wrestling fans, especially you and me, know of the infamous, probably the number one best promo of all time.
Okay.
The Scott Steiner man.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
And we don't need to recite it. We all know. No, especially if you add Kurt Angle to the mix. You definitely know the Scott Steiner man.
There you go.
So what I didn't know,
Samoa Joe's not even going to try.
So, and the funniest part, like that part always made me laugh, especially at the end where he says the numbers don't lie, and they spelled disaster.
The numbers don't lie, and they spell disaster.
Okay.
Not the letters. The numbers spell disaster.
So, I just recently, someone pointed out something that I saw on someone watching the Scott Steiner Man video. Mm-hmm. And the reason why Scott Steiner lost was because Kurt Angle wasn't in the match. So he couldn't add Kurt Angle to the mix.
Oh,
so therefore, Kaz wasn't in the mix. He didn't know that he couldn't beat Scott Steiner, and therefore he tried, and therefore he won.
Oh, wow.
I was
that's a whole new wrinkle to the...
The reason why he had a 66% chance was because Kurt Angle wasn't going to try.
Oh, no.
Oh, man.
That puts a whole new... Because I'm going to be honest, I don't think I've ever seen the match. It's being referenced.
I never saw it. I've only seen the promo. It's on YouTube.
Of course it is. Everything's on YouTube. Well, I'm going to be honest with you again. I'm probably still not going to watch it. I've gone this long without watching it. I'm not going to just...
So I guess he still has that 33% chance.
I don't like those odds.
I don't like those odds either.
Who has a 33% chance?
Scott. Well, that specific part of it is Scott Steiner.
Well,
because it was 66 because Kurt Angle wasn't going to try.
Yeah, so you take Scott Steiner's 33 and a 3% chance with
his what is it, 75%? How much is it? That's still 100.
I don't remember. That's over 100.
So. Yeah, that's over 100.
Yeah, I'm done. I'm not even going to try and rehash that whole thing.
I don't even know who else is. So you say it was Scott Steiner. Who else was in that promo?
Petey Williams.
Yeah. And who was
they were the only two who... I don't remember who was doing the interview.
Yeah.
I don't remember TNA announcer, TNA backstage personality.
I remember the lady behind her.
That was oh God, what was her name? Okay, we'll keep talking. It'll hit me.
But yeah, so
what was her name?
Other than that, there's a lot that's been happening.
I'm gonna Google it. I don't care.
I don't know if I ain't got no bullet points, but I'm just gonna go down the list of Sasha Naomi left.
Yep.
Tag titles, women's tag titles got vacant.
Yep.
Vince got caught.
Vince McMahon.
He got caught slipping. Still showed up to work. Then got caught slipping further.
Well, let's be good podcast journalists. I don't know. Vince McMahon was allegedly was using company funds to pay off women who he had extramarital affairs with.
Right.
And to pay out just to pay them off. And he signed non-disclosure agreements with women who apparently he had been having affairs with. And he was using company funds.
Yeah.
But like you said, he still showed up for work.
Yeah. And it
wasn't just him too. It was it wasn't him just in the of the accused. It was also John Laurinaitis.
Who didn't say a single word didn't do nothing.
Which if you ask me, was the best thing to do.
Yeah, he was like, I'm not saying jack until I know for sure.
Which was probably at the advice of a lawyer.
Oh yeah,
Vince
immediately
said something.
He immediately was like, "Oh, I'm going on TV the next day. I don't even care. I'm gonna go out there and be like, yo, what's up?" And then after that, I'm gonna have Titus O'Neil go out there and be like, yo, guys, come on, let's all bring it in.
Is that what happened?
I don't know.
Oh, I thought that actually happened.
No, I'm talking about, the Raw where Titus was like, yeah, there's no such thing as discrimination and politics in WWE.
Okay.
I mean, we did have God wrestle a literal wrestling match with Vince McMahon. But, there's no such thing as, stuff like, come on, guys, let's all bring it in. And, So, yeah, that happened. Then eventually, at some point, Vince, quote unquote, retired.
Yeah. That was very much a TV thing where he retired, but he actually resigned.
Yeah.
He had to resign. He should have resigned day one, but he wanted to make sure everybody knew he still had some power. So he weeks into his
I'm still here.
Yeah, and after the accusations, then because it was going to get worse, and supposedly there's still more to come. My understanding is the worst that was going to come out has come out, but there's more bad coming out.
No, if it's Vince, it's definitely going to get worse.
Yeah. There's no telling how bad it's going to get. But the good of all of this, if you can find a silver lining, Vince McMahon's not in charge anymore.
At least not in charge of creative.
He's not in charge of anything. Thank goodness. That's all I ever wanted.
It took too many years to count. I can't even say 3 decades.
Yeah.
More than that.
It's been bad for about 1 decade.
At least one.
And just truly unwatchable. I don't watch the TV shows anymore.
I still do.
You do.
Out of trying to come up with any news for the podcast.
And the thing is, I've said I need to start watching Raw and SmackDown because I can't be on a wrestling podcast where I don't watch wrestling.
Right.
But it's so bad. It happened so bad with Vince McMahon in charge.
It says a lot where I tell you, hey, Nick, you want to know what's my favorite part of Raw in the 3 hours? The 5 minutes of 24/7 gimmicks that's in there.
And I would argue that's not even good enough.
That's not good. Yeah, some people don't like the 24/7 shenanigans.
I don't like it.
I think it's. I'll take it. It's funny.
I hope. Well, we'll get to Triple H in a minute, but Triple H. You know what? I have a wish list. And you know what? We'll wait for that. I'll wait for that. We'll get to Triple H.
Hey, he can't sit on his knees, man. He got bad quads.
How dare you? You monster. So mean.
I'm sorry, Triple H, but
he's gonna come down.
Yeah,
he's gonna strike you with a sledgehammer.
He ain't got no get back to a sledgehammer.
Just a straight sledgehammer.
Dang.
Sledgehammer to the back of the head, Shawn Michaels styles.
Dang. I'm sorry. that joke, I couldn't pass it up.
That was pretty good. So, I do have a wish list of things I would like to see change, but we'll get to that.
So that happened, I believe in AEW, your favorite group, just recently.
Oh, my heart
got put, man.
My heart.
Yeah, Undisputed Elite got
Undisputed Era
split up.
That's interesting.
So now I assume what's his name? The Cowboy.
Adam Page.
Adam Page is gonna be with his boys now.
Maybe. I have issues with this.
Yes.
Because I am a full-blooded. I couldn't think of the right thing to say. Wholeheartedly fan of the Dark Order. I want Adam Page to acknowledge that he's in the Dark Order. He likes those guys.
I feel like he's not. He doesn't really interact with them.
Exactly. He one time wore purple chaps and came out with them and did the pose once. And that was it. He shoos them off. He shoos them off like he doesn't need them every now and again, and they show up and like they're cool, and then he wants to be friends with the Young Bucks again. I don't know if I want Adam Page going back to the Elite.
Oh, but they got that's right. They got the trio titles now.
The trios. That's what this whole thing is setting up. The trios tournament.
Oh yeah, he's going back. That's gonna be his.
Well then, you know what? His gift. You know what then? Okay, Adam Page teams with the Young Bucks.
Got it. Well, what they gonna call it? They can't call themselves Undisputed Era.
That's gonna be interesting. I'm curious to know what they're gonna
call themselves Red Dragon with Adam Cole.
They could call them Undisputed Dragon. Undisputed
Dragons ain't that bad.
Not good.
It's not good, but it's
Dragon,
Undisputed.
Dragon Era. I thought about that.
Just call them Undisputed.
They just be Undisputed.
Yeah.
That's not
because that's what you can still say, and that is Undisputed.
That wasn't okay. If we're being all the way honest,
that wasn't a good line.
I never liked that team name. I never liked the Undisputed Era as a team, as a name.
Oh, really?
No.
You didn't like the pose.
The pose was fine.
Okay.
The team, the pose made it work because the Undisputed Era was a terrible name. And the thing about it was you had Adam Cole, Bobby Fish, Kyle O'Reilly, Cole, Fish, O'Reilly, CFO, and then they added Strong CFOs. What's your team name gonna be? Undisputed Era.
Well, I guess. Okay. I guess they saw to the future. And it was like we can't call each other. You can't call each other CFOs.
You could be the CFOs of NXT. It was right there. So here's my wish list for AEW.
They just call them CFOs.
Cole, Fish, O'Reilly. The CFOs. You're the CFOs of AEW.
That makes it sound like they're UFOs.
I'm working with. I'm by myself out here, yo. I ain't got no support. I ain't got no help.
But yeah, they split. Team Taz split.
I don't care about
that. Ricky! little Boys in the Hood reference.
Do you like Ricky Starks?
I think he's okay. I'm gonna play like this. I'm more interested in seeing Ricky Starks by himself than I am seeing Theory by himself.
No way. They remind me of each other. I don't know
I was
why.
really about to say that. Their personalities are similar.
Yeah.
But at least Ricky Starks isn't going everywhere talking about taking a selfie.
But he does that weird pose. That I don't. I don't like.
I'd rather you do a pose because even Theory has like that weird figure down pose. Yeah. Which I'm like, it's not great, but even Randy Orton had like his pose.
Yeah, I mean, that's iconic.
Yeah, that's iconic. I mean, back then I thought it was stupid.
Yeah. I always loved it. Okay.
But he stayed with it, so I'm like, the pose, whatever.
Let's run down Team Taz. I want your opinion on Team Taz as a whole.
Isn't there only like two of them?
So
I mean, if you want to add Taz in there, I think Taz is cool.
Oh, Taz is everybody loves Taz.
Yeah.
What do you think of Hobbs? Powerhouse. I don't know. I forgot his first name, but I remember
isn't that his whole thing, Powerhouse Hobbs?
Yeah, now it is. He used to.
He actually had a.
He had a first name, but then they were just like, "How's some call him Powerhouse?"
I'm interested. I like that CM Punk match he had.
Yeah, a lot of people kind of turned like into Hobbs.
Yeah,
when that happened.
I think he'll do okay. Yeah. I think he's in a better spot with Taz than almost is with MVP.
We definitely will be talking about
that. Man, I feel like I'm about to lose my bet. I only got like 2 months left.
Yeah, the clock is ticking. Like, cue the vet in the clock.
I think, I got my own Triple H wish list.
Yeah, I think you're going to
I will put asterisk number 1. You need to put that belt on Owens for at least one night.
It's got to be before October 12th. Otherwise, Nick is never going to let me hear the end of it.
I'm going to have one good call, one ultra bad call. I'm still going to live on that Carmella call, though. At the end of the day.
That's it. That's all you got.
That's all I got.
That's all you got to live on. Because Omos is not pulling through for you.
He's going to get released.
I don't think he will.
You think so?
Weirdly enough, I think he's going to be in WWE for a while, but I don't think he's going to do more than what he's doing now.
Yeah.
I don't see him holding any titles. I think he's going to be the big guy.
Title. Yeah. Wait, he was tag champion though, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was way AJ Styles.
Yeah, that's right.
You know what? He could probably at most be a United. He could be a mid belt level, mid level champion.
Yeah, especially since they're actually like trying to make the United States title like a thing.
Yeah, he could be a 24/7. That's gonna contradict my wish list. In that, but
is you want to get rid of the 20% title?
I'm not going to spoil anything, but it's a very good possibility that's where this is going. But until you do, if that happens, let them have the 24/7 championship for at least for a little while.
Who's going to pin them?
These vignettes are so weird. I don't know. Dude, find an athlete or somebody who come in just running or
someone got pinned during a Zoom
call. What's Snooki doing these days? What's Britney Spears like? Bring in Bad Bunny. Get Bad Bunny to pin him. I don't know.
But yeah, Powerhouse Hobbs going to do fine. I think Ricky Starks is going to do fine.
What do you think? I mean, not in the future. I mean, what do you think of them here?
Oh, now, yeah, I'm a fan.
Okay.
Powerhouse Hobbs.
What do you think of
Oh man, I gotta catch up. I gotta see the evolution of Hook. Every match I see him, I'm like, oh
yeah. He looks like the truth.
Every time I see Hook and Taz together, I'm like, dude, Taz has tried his hardest not to like overflow it. Yeah, like you can see like
the pride. Yeah, they said that for Hook's first match, he hadn't been around.
Yeah,
but when he actually had his first match, Taz did not want to call it. He wanted to just.
Oh, I can tell from how he was calling.
His wife is in the crowd. He wanted to just be a fan.
Right.
He just wanted to like enjoy his son's first match.
Like the way he was calling it, he was naming all the moves. He was like, Taz is like going off.
Yeah. Tony Khan apparently was like, "No, you gotta call the match. He's like, that's what's gonna make it better." But Taz was like, he just wanted to be a dad and just enjoy it. But yeah, you see it all the time.
Yeah.
Like if you see the way he looks at his son, just like, that's a proud dad right there.
Dang, man, we got Ray and Dominic and now Taz and Hook.
Okay, Dylan. Said it.
You want me to set up the match?
Let's okay. Taz and Hook
versus
Ray and Dominic.
Okay, can Taz still go though? Like legitimately?
Probably not. I don't think he's still got anything for it. He's been retired for it in a while.
Yeah,
and he's gotten big. Yeah, and he's gotten a little hefty. I'm in no position to call anybody's weight, but Taz is, he was always a little thick.
Yeah, but he had the muscle to go with it.
Exactly. He was solid.
Of course, the Taz, you ain't messing with the Taz.
I feel like he can still put you in that position.
He probably can't go. Arn Anderson can still do something.
Oh, Arn Anderson can still put you in hit you with a spine buster.
Yeah.
Oh, there was a debate on Twitter who had the best spine buster. Was it Arn Anderson or Ron Simmons? Ron Simmons was the one where he just picked you up.
Yeah, he just picked you. Yeah.
And there was a lot of people.
I guess that is a spine buster, but
that was some people's like, does that even count? But technically, I guess it does.
Yeah, your spine is getting busted.
Oh yeah. Your spine, your cerebral cortex is all of everything is getting
your ribs, everything up there.
Your whole body is getting busted.
Oh, but the reason why they call it the AA spine buster, that's the Arn Anderson, right?
It's classic. That's Arn Anderson spectrum. You in a match with Arn Anderson, you get a spine buster. But if you in a match with Ron Simmons and he hits you with that, with his spine buster,
he's like choke slam.
There's a chance you might die. So which one looks the cleanest and looks?
One looks like
finesse.
It is classic, and the other one is like I might kill you.
Yeah. I'm a
like one is like an actual like street style like spine buster. Like you could see that in real life.
Yeah. The other one is very wrestling.
Oh yeah.
Very sports entertainment.
Hey, come on. He said we're gonna change that, okay? We're changing it back to professional wrestling.
Okay, I have more
stuff to my wish list,
but we'll get there when we get there.
Yeah. I personally would say Arn Anderson. Just because when I think of spine buster, I think of Arn Anderson and like people who do that spine buster.
When you put them side by side, the Ron Simmons one looks just so much more menacing. Yeah. But if you told me to you a video of a spine buster, I'll probably go to Arn Anderson.
Yeah, if someone told you picture a spine buster in your head, you're probably going to think of like an Arn Anderson spine buster.
Exactly. Okay, so backtracking. Who's winning the Taz family versus the Mysterio family?
I don't know. It depends on how much is Hook going to carry that whole match.
He's probably going to wrestle the whole thing until Taz can get in there and do a Taz mission and call it.
Opinion.
Dominic.
I just want to ask you because it's like 3 of those guys you got to protect. You can't have
this was not an opinion. The correct answer is Team Taz is winning because Dominic's tapping out to the Taz mission
or to the Hook mission.
Is there a Hook mission?
I don't know.
I haven't been watching enough.
I think he does have a sort of Taz mission, but I think he does it on the ground.
Oh, okay. Well, the Taz mission was on the ground.
Oh, really?
It started at the top, and then he would drag you down.
Oh, I thought it was you just get grabbed up there and you tapped up there.
If you had any brains about it, you probably would tap as soon as you can, because once you get it in deep, that's all.
And no one gets off the Taz mission.
Yeah. Okay, so now backtracking again. So with the Team Taz, I can't think of anybody who's in Team Taz.
I think that's it. I think Hook is
like there was one more. Was there not one more person in Team Taz?
What's his name? Page. He was in it.
Oh, he left already, though.
Yeah,
he was already out of Team Taz. So that was it.
That was it.
Okay, so backtracking even more to catch up with everything that's happened since the last time we talked. So
I think that's all like the main stuff.
Yeah, well, I don't know if we mentioned it, but now Vince is gone. Triple H is officially
almost everybody's hurt in AEW. Like CM Punk is hurt.
Yeah,
I think is Bryan Danielson still hurt?
He's supposed to be coming back.
I think he's coming back.
Did he come back already? He said he had a match. He said he had a match scheduled.
Yeah,
he did come back. He fought somebody.
Yeah,
he sure did.
Kenny Omega's still healing.
Yeah, I miss Kenny Omega.
He'll come back as a face, or he can't come back as a heel.
It depends on what they want to do with him, because if he's coming back for the Trios tournament,
someone said, well, his homeboys is already got a team, supposedly.
That's the thing. So who is he going to team with now? And keep in mind how he left. He left in a match against Hangman.
Yeah, and his boys
in that match, the young Bucks didn't come out to help him.
Yeah.
They even gave the blessing to Hangman to go ahead and finish him off.
Yeah, you got this.
So
who is he going to team with?
So Adam Page is going back to the Elite, but Kenny Omega might be leaving the Elite.
Yeah. The team with CM Punk. Why? I don't know. I'm just trying to create like the power trip team. Just like overpowered.
CM Punk doesn't. No. Yes, but no. I don't. That would be an amazing team.
Oh, yeah. Like I said, the power trip.
Who's the third person you could put in that team?
Oh no, the Blackpool Club took everybody else.
They did. Because I was thinking Brian.
Yeah, so I was going Brian, Moxley, Claudio.
They really did just take all the good people. So that's their trio team. And you can pick from, Moxley is a champion. So Yuta, Claudio, and Danielson would be their team, since Moxley's champion. And really CM Punk is the champion also. Yeah. So he really you can't even get him. I don't know where Kenny Omega goes. He doesn't have a team. He's a world title. No, Kenny Omega joined the Dark Order, and they go after the Elite because Adam Page turned his back on him.
Yeah.
That's what I want.
And they call him Omega 1.
No. No.
So it's 0-1.
Oh, God.
You already got 1-0.
That actually makes sense.
Come on.
I actually don't hate that. But I hate it, but I don't hate it.
Oh, what if they introduce him as 0-1? And he's got the mask on, so you don't know who he is.
But he does the one wing.
He does the one wing angel. It's like
V-trigger.
Omega 1. Oh.
He does all the moves. He has all the mannerisms. He doesn't change a single. It's like Mr. America.
Yeah, exactly. It's like once he does his moves, it's like, oh,
it's like,
you know.
Yeah, it's like as soon as he comes out, you're like, that's just Hulk Hogan in the mask. You'd be like, that's just Kenny Omega in the mask. But you just don't address it.
Tony Khan, hire me up, man. I got all the creative stuff.
I don't know about that. I don't like that.
How dare you?
That was clever, but I don't like it. Okay. Kenny Omega. Here it is. I got it.
What?
Team New Japan. Kenny Omega. Get Naito to come back. Okada. That's the team.
Okay, that is actually a power trip team, Nick. I don't know who you put on.
Okay, fine. Team Bullet Club. Kenny Omega was in that too.
And you get his boys from...
And you get Jay White and... I hate everybody.
I'll say, you don't like Jay White.
I hate everybody in the Bullet Club right now. I like... No, okay. Omega, Gallows, and Anderson.
I'll say, that's what I thought.
That's the only two people in the Bullet Club I like.
They're still in the Bullet Club?
Yeah. Somebody's got to be in it. Chris Bay's in it.
That's right. I keep forgetting Chris Bay's there.
Yeah, Chris Bay. You like Chris Bay.
I like Chris Bay.
I hate everybody.
Why do you hate Chris Bay?
Because his name is Chris Bay.
Oh.
I don't like that name. Only because Bay has been like it's this overused word now.
What if it's his actual last name?
It might be because it's spelled B-E-Y.
Yeah.
It's not even spelled the way like the kids use it now. I just don't like it. And I'm not a fan. He just doesn't. Chris Bay is in that category, and Jay White is too. It's these group of wrestlers who it's Chris Bay, it's Jay White, it's Ricky Starks, it's Austin Theory. It's these guys who are good wrestlers, but I couldn't care less about it. There's nothing that they do that makes me want to stay, that makes me not want to change the channel.
You don't think they're like main event guys?
Yeah, that's it. They're not main. There's something missing. And with Chris Bay, you would think him joining. If Chris Bay had joined the Bullet Club back when Bullet Club was still popular, maybe that could have helped him. But Jay White joined the Bullet Club. And
I think Jay White just needs something to make him not look like a jobber. He's a good wrestler.
He has a good moveset.
But he looks like he's the minion.
He has a weird look.
Yeah, he looks like he's the minion. Actually, he looks like a movie style minion.
He looks like a movie character.
Yeah, he looks like
it's his facial hair.
If you were to put him
when he was clean shaven, he looked normal, but he was still boring.
Like he's the guy you put in there before, in front of Captain America so you can beat him up.
Like George St. Pierre.
That's a good point.
I remember the first time I saw Winter Soldier, I'm like, is that George St. Pierre?
Hey, listen, you guys pay.
He came back for another movie.
That's a good point.
Got beat up again. So, yeah. I
don't know what they're gonna do for Kenny Omega.
They
might just put him back in the world title picture.
I'm fine with that.
Yeah,
that's more than okay.
Get someone to take the belt off a Punk, and there you go.
Oh man, a CM Punk versus Kenny Omega.
Oh man, people been like, "Yo, that's the dream match right there."
That's it right there. I will give you all the money. Speaking, this is embarrassing.
Okay,
as somebody who co-hosts a wrestling podcast, I did not know that Battle of the Belts was yesterday.
Oh shoot.
Apparently I wasn't by myself.
Yeah, I didn't know. Why is everything on a Saturday?
Because that was it. It was Battle of the Belts, so they put it on Saturday.
Man, I was preoccupied, as I said on the normal podcast. I've been watching a lot of fighting game tournament. All right,
that's a terrible excuse.
That's a terrible excuse, but okay. I'm allowed.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Hey, listen. I can't. I got. At least you have an excuse.
Yeah. I
don't even have an excuse.
You were like,
I didn't even. I heard them talking about it.
Yeah, I heard about it.
I thought it was on Friday. I thought I had already missed it. I didn't know I had.
I was thinking it was on like a Dynamite or something.
Yeah, they just did a special episode. I think they did a special episode kind of Dynamite.
Yeah,
still on TV.
Because I think they did that for Fighter Fest.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm like, oh, well.
They just had it on a Saturday on TNT. And I had every chance to look at it. I had no idea it was on. And
it must have been good.
I'm sure it was because it was a good card. But
I don't even know who was on that.
Claudio. Oh, that's another thing that happened last time since we talked. Claudio Castagnoli is now in AEW. He's all elite. I don't know what to say it again. I tried to blow through it. Castanali.
Okay.
He's now, which I'm calling Claudio.
I can't.
He formerly known as
Cesaro
is All Elite.
Formerly known as Antonio Cesaro.
Oh yeah.
How about that? Formerly known as Claudio.
He was formerly known as Claudio back in Ring of Honor. He's full circle. So debuted in AEW and is now the Ring of Honor World Champion.
He's Ring of Honor.
He just won his first world title ever in any promotion.
That man was in WWE for like a decade.
And everybody wanted him to be
got one world title match where he
at the end of his time.
At the end of his time and got jobbed out.
Yeah.
And went back to a feud that he already either didn't win or won or something, whatever that Seth Rollins thing was.
Yeah. So, okay, here was the battle of the belts card. Wardlow fought Jay Lethal for the TNT Championship. Wardlow retained. Thunder Rosa versus Jamie Hayter for the AEW Women's Championship. Thunder Rosa retained. Claudio fought Konosuke Takeshita for the ROH Championship, where he retained. Was that it? There was a 3. This must have only been an hour long. This must have been just like a special.
Yeah, there was only 3 title fights.
Okay, well, there it is.
Yeah, like you said, Thunder Rosa.
I'm sure those were. I'm pretty sure I can still find that. Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
I'm surprised I got that in one go.
I didn't. So you're better than me. You should. You should have gave the lineup.
Yeah, I play a lot of anime and stuff, so I'm used to.
I watch a lot of baseball, and they have.
Can you watch My Hero? I don't know if that.
Not recently, not for a while. So I've lost. But yeah, they didn't put every championship on the line. It looks like they just had the women's and the TNT and Ring of Honor championships. They have Battle of the Belts. Not gonna have World Championship. They even have the TBS championship.
Well, I mean, CM Punk isn't there, and I guess.
Well, Moxley's there. Moxley's the interim champion. This is what this is for. That's why you have the interim champion, so he can have the matches that your regular champion can't have. Well, there was no tag team championship on the line.
Want to hang out with, what's her name?
Renee.
And the dog. I don't know the dog's name.
They have a dog, but they have a kid too. Like maybe that's maybe.
Who?
John Moxley and Renee.
Yeah.
Yeah. That kid's like a year old now.
Oh shit.
Wait a minute. You didn't know they had a kid? Yeah.
They just had the dog.
No, I was wondering why you just bypassed the kid and went straight to the animal.
The dog got more TV time in my head than the kid did.
Well, they also have a daughter.
What's the daughter's name?
I don't know if they've ever said. If they did, I don't remember. But they're not like
man. That generation of wrestling children is going to be interesting. You got Seth Rollins and Becky Lynch's child.
Yeah.
You got Renee Young and John Moxley.
Yeah. That's a good point.
Maybe Ronda Rousey.
Yeah, she has a kid who's around that same age. Yeah.
Mrs. child.
Their youngest might be a little older than this crew.
Oh.
A little bit older, just a little bit. But they all could be at the Performance Center at the same time. Oh, yeah.
Whenever that generation comes to TV.
Yeah. The oldest is definitely going to be, like, she's going to be about almost 10.
Dang, a stomp into a disarmer? That's a combination right there.
You're already unconscious before you get to the submission.
That's when the disarmer comes in. Like, there you go.
That's brutal, man. You can't even do nothing.
The ref goes, I just count this up. Why don't more people do that? I realize that. You do the unconscious move to pin them. Why not just go for a submission while they can't
That is adding insult to injury. So that's everything that's happened. SummerSlam happened.
Oh yeah.
We had SummerSlam.
SummerSlam was actually pretty kicking.
It was good. So SummerSlam was the first pay-per-view without Vince McMahon of the Triple H. Yeah. So I think we brushed by it, but Triple H is now in charge of creative.
He didn't waste any time. He was like, he took that, as soon as he walked through the door, he took that tie off, he took that suit off, put on his denim jacket, and was like, all right, guys.
There was another pay-per-view.
Let's go.
Money in the Bank.
Money in the Bank.
Money in the Bank happened also since last time we Actually, it's if we haven't uploaded since
May.
So we're missing a few, but Money in the Bank was the big one. Liv Morgan and Austin Theory won Money in the Bank briefcases. Liv cashed in as SmackDown Women's Champion.
Yep.
Theory still has not cashed in. He's still the men's Money in the Bank.
And he's looked like a jobber ever since.
He is a jobber.
I'm concerned for Theory.
I've already said I have no feelings toward him. He's vanilla ice cream. I like vanilla ice cream.
I thought you was going to call him straight up vanilla ice. I was like, dang.
Nah, he's a vanilla ice cream. I like vanilla ice cream. Is it exciting? No. Is it boring? Yes.
If you have better options.
If you have better options, are you going to take them? Yes, absolutely.
Because you've got nothing else.
If you got nothing else,
it's good enough.
Austin Theory.
He needs to get rid of that cell phone. I'll probably help his character. But it's like the only character he has. Other than being young, athletic, and confident.
For what it's worth, you can keep the phone. It's not going to make a difference. I don't know what he needs. I don't know if he needs a complete overhaul.
He really does.
Let's get rid of the cell phone.
Please.
Let's change his ring gear.
Please.
Let's change the song.
Please.
Let's turn him. Is he a heel now? Let's turn him face. Let's do the opposite of everything he's doing right now.
It's a complete wash.
Put him in a tag team. And put him back on NXT. Everything we're doing.
You gonna make him give up the Money in the Bank?
It's happened.
Yes, it has.
People have lost. Kennedy lost his briefcase.
Okay. I just can't.
Sandown. Did Sandown lose his briefcase?
No,
or he just lose?
He immediately lost to John Cena.
Good grief.
Here you go. Here's the match. You have almost challenged for his Money in the Bank contract. He wins it off a Theory, and then he cashes in.
That would be the world's worst wrestling match.
No, come on.
Nobody wants to see Theory versus Almost except for you, and that's just so you could not hear me clown you for saying that Almost was going to be world champion in a year, and that year is almost up.
If it happens, I'm telling you right now, Nick. If that happens tomorrow, because Monday's coming up.
Oh,
in about 3 hours, it's going to be Monday.
I'll tell you this right here, right now. If that happens, I ain't
get a lot of tickets.
That too. I got nothing to say to you. Nothing. I can't disagree.
Positive or negative.
I can't disagree with anything you tell me after that ever about anything.
That would be 3 call-outs because I'm calling out him beating the Money in the Bank to get my second call-out right. That's hilarious.
I'm extremely confident that's never going to happen. They would have to put. Okay, now here's the path where that's reasonable or even possible. You don't have them fight one-on-one because nobody wants that.
Yeah.
So you do.
It would have to be like a fatal 4-way.
You have to do a full-on. We're just gonna do it again. 6-man
another Money in the Bank
ladder match for Theory.
Okay, but Almost was already in one, and he ain't climbing no ladder.
Listen to
That's
me.
why I said you have to do like a fatal 4-way.
You want him to get the Money in the Bank contract for himself. Theory already has it. This is the only plausible way you do it. You have to put it on the line, and you have to put other people in this match who are actually interesting, because you can't put 2 uninteresting people in a match. This isn't John Cena versus Randy Orton.
Okay.
Again.
Okay.
Wait. Hang on. Right. Okay, go first. You go first. You go first.
I was thinking you make it a fatal 4-way match.
Okay.
You put Theory in there. You put Almost in there.
Okay.
For the fans, you get AJ Styles.
Of course.
For maybe, he might get it.
Uh-huh.
And then for Judgment Day, you put in Finn Balor.
Okay. That's not bad. That is not bad. Here's what I'm going to counter with this.
Okay.
This doesn't work though. I was going to say you do you have a match for Theory's Money in the Bank contract. and it's an open invitation to previous winners. So you can still get AJ in there.
Yeah.
But
did he win?
He did win. He didn't win. Wait, he never won.
No.
AJ's never been Money in the Bank. So that throws that whole thing out.
There's not a lot of Money in the Bank people there left.
Ziggler was there. Miz is there. Edge is there. Edge won twice. No, he won once. Took Kennedy's. Cashed in twice. Yeah, there's not a. Yeah, you don't want to do that. Okay, scratch that idea. I'm gonna stick with your idea. Fatal 4-way. Yeah. We'll do the Fatal 4-way, and we'll put in those 4 people.
Yeah.
You can get Finn Balor out because he's feuding with Edge. So Edge interferes. Yeah. AJ is feuding with the Miz and Logan Paul. Gonna win anyway. And Logan Paul. So you can kind of get rid of him. So you can probably run a thing where it's just the 2 of them. Maybe somebody else gets the knockout blow on Theory. I don't know. Maybe Almost has a. Maybe this is when you debut some new moves for Almost. Yeah. And he wins the Money in the Bank. That's probably the best path to Almost.
Listen, we're both just saying the only way for my calculation to become correct is for Almost to win the Money in the Bank title. I mean, briefcase. Off of Theory.
At this point, because he could still win a Royal Rumble, but that's not till January, and you'll be so sick of me talking about how wrong you are on this podcast, outside of this podcast.
Okay, I know this may seem mean. Do you still get to win if Almost gets released before October? Or is that like a no?
Oh, absolutely, I win. Yeah.
I was thinking that's like no contest. Like
no, because your prediction was even more wrong. He didn't even keep his job for a year. You said he was going to be a champion.
Okay. Even wilder prediction. He gets released, goes to AEW, becomes AEW World Champion.
Now that would count. That would count because I didn't specify
which title.
Yeah, you didn't. I don't think did either. You say he was going to be champion. Yeah, world champion. He could be AEW world champion. Also,
be Ring of Honor world champion.
He can.
He could be Impact world champion.
Oh, that would hurt my heart. Claudio finally got the brass ring. We're taking it from him so he can give Almost a chance.
He's going to have to change that name.
Almost? Yeah. He had another name too. He wasn't always just Almost.
I think it was pronounced different.
Was that what it was?
Almost.
Maybe that's what I'm thinking of. Okay, he could be TNA champion because I don't even know who the champion is over there. Impact champion.
I have actually.
That's the one we, as a wrestling podcast we got to get better at Impact.
I want to look it up though.
I'm looking it up for you, so you don't have to. I'll be the. Is it Josh Alexander? It is Josh Alexander.
It is?
Yeah.
I thought he lost it.
He won it back.
All right. Well, actually, I like Josh Alexander.
Me too, actually. And I'm when I started really getting back into Impact, I noticed him and Ethan Page as the North. I thought that's a really good tag team, and then they broke up immediately because Ethan Page signed with AEW. Yeah. I was like, and I'm like, who is? And I kept seeing Ethan Page. I was like, he looked familiar. That name sounds familiar. I didn't know that he was Josh Alexander. It was him. They were the North. So, Ethan Page. I don't know if I like Ethan Page yet as a solo.
Well, he's with what's it called?
He's with Scorpion Sky.
It's not World's Greatest Tag Team. It's Manliest Tag Team.
What? Who cares? The problem with that is Ethan Page was in a better tag team in Impact. He comes to AEW. They put him in another tag team. They broke up SCU so that they could put him in a tag team with Ethan Page. Why would Ethan Page leave a company? And like he could have just been like I'm sure he thought he was going to be a solo act.
I assume the money will be better. Maybe that's why.
Maybe so. I can't imagine it's got to be that much better. It wasn't that big a deal in Impact. Impact wasn't that big a deal. I'm not. He probably wasn't getting paid that much, but I'm sure it was something happening.
Where were we? I forgot.
I don't know.
We was talking about SummerSlam. Anyway, yeah, the stuff we missed along the way.
Yeah.
And then we was eventually.
Oh, yeah, sorry. Yeah, so SummerSlam was Triple H's first foray as the head of creative. This was his first pay-per-view as head of creative.
And a bunch of people started coming back.
So when Money in the Bank happened, I wasn't able to watch it live. So, but you just were telling me stuff that was happening, and I didn't care. I didn't mind because I was like, "This is going to be trash." Yeah, it was going to be trash. I didn't want to look at it. SummerSlam came around, and I knew that this was going to be Triple H.
Yeah,
I told you, don't tell me anything.
Yeah, I didn't say nothing.
I'm going to watch it when I get home. I'm going to watch the replay. I don't get home till midnight. I watched the entire 3-hour pay-per-view. I didn't go to bed till 3:30 in the morning, but I got real sleepy by the time the main event came on, but it was worth it.
Yeah, and that main event woke you up.
It did, actually.
Because it was getting crazy.
It did, actually. That main event was bonkers. But I think overall, so far, I like the Triple H era.
Yeah, so far.
I'm loving the Triple H era.
The booking is pretty decent.
And I want to start watching Raw and SmackDown now.
I don't know about that Liv Morgan Ronda Rousey finish, but other than
that sucks.
Yeah.
I think we got to figure out what we're going to do with Ronda Rousey. Because
you got to put her in the tag team, man.
You can leave her as a solo, I think, but you got to turn her heel. Because nobody likes her. She's a babyface, and nobody wants to see Ronda Rousey. That's a babyface. She already has, but she also has an issue with people booing her for some reason. So, and she gets like
into it.
That's what I'm.
That's what you got. Like you in wrestling, people gonna boo you. You better lean into it. John Cena got booed for a decade as a face, and he leaned into it. It's like, yeah, I'm down for it.
But she hasn't been a professional wrestler.
That's true.
She's brand new with this.
Yeah, she most of her time was spent actually breaking people's arms.
Yeah, and
people were into that.
She was celebrated.
Oh man,
they loved her when she was in UFC. But now she's finding out the hard way. It's not entirely the people who come to a wrestling show want to see wrestlers. Vince McMahon doesn't know this, but people who go to a wrestling show want to see wrestlers.
Yeah,
they don't want to see YouTubers and social media people and UFC people and boxers. Want to see wrestlers.
Yeah,
and we definitely don't want to see these people who come over to this other world beating the wrestlers in wrestling, which is the dumbest thing that happens every major pay-per-view.
Especially if it's for a title, like a world title.
Now we're specifically talking about Ronda Rousey.
Well, I was going to say, when David Arquette was WCW.
Oh, that's not WWE. That was a WCW thing, and they were promoting the movie.
Yeah.
I don't want to see Snooki beat Trish Stratus, or not. Who was a Melina in a match?
Or I forget what that match was.
It was
Snooki and John Morrison.
No, it was Melina and John Morrison versus Snooki and no, you're right. It was Snooki and John Morrison versus I don't remember who they fought.
God. All I know is Snooki won.
Snooki won. Snooki was on the winning team. I don't know if she got the pin.
I don't know if she won. I don't know if she had a move.
I remember she did a move. She did a backflip. She just started doing like handspring backflips like in the ring. Everybody was like, wow. That was about it. That's about all she did.
She couldn't do at least like the whole like.
She did some moves.
Like how they like do like the cartwheel into the elbow into the corner.
That was what she did. It wasn't instead of cartwheel, she did the backflip.
Okay.
So that was all I remember. She did some moves. That's all the celebrities ever do. They just get in some moves. Logan Paul, who was actually better than I thought he was going to be.
Yeah.
He just does moves. They were sloppy. His WrestleMania match was way better.
That phenomenal forearm was more like a fall than it was a jump.
I give him credit for being able to do a springboard.
Yeah. I think I said when I saw it, I was like, I don't know if he sprang as much as he just kind of fell.
He got up there and he was like, definitely. I didn't know it was a phenomenal forearm until the commentator said it.
Yeah, phenomenal forearm. Like,
yeah.
I guess. I mean, I've seen AJ Styles do a phenomenal forearm, and he gets some height on his.
He gets some height. He poses. He got
the whole like wind back.
He's got it down. He knows how to make it look good.
Logan Paul did his best.
He did his best. And
still
Miz,
under contract.
Yeah, he'll be back. He'll be back. I think, and I think Miz was the right opponent for him.
Oh yeah.
Now I can get to my wish list.
Yeah. All right, Nick. What are we looking at?
Here's my wish list from Triple H. Things I would like to see now that he's in control. Fire Austin Theory. I'm just playing. No, okay, not that.
On TV?
No.
Vince McMahon style? Dang.
No, okay.
You gonna hit him with everybody's finisher before you get fired? You gonna hit him with the Vince McMahon and the his own word?
No.
That's cool.
Okay, no, but you do need to repackage him. You need to do something different. I don't think he needs. I say, you know what? I even say, let him cash in the Money in the Bank
and lose.
Yeah, he's gonna have to lose. He has to lose. I'm sorry.
There's no way he's beating Roman.
I'm sorry. He has to lose. Number 2, you got to take at least one of those championships off of him. There needs to be a
prevalent presence.
Yes, there has to be. Your champion has to be on TV on a regular basis. If he has one belt and he leaves, fine.
Cool. Yeah, let him heal, let him do his thing.
Yeah, let him go do his movies, and let him go do whatever Hollywood stuff he wants to go do. That's fine. One of them championships got to come off of him. I don't,
and they need to stop doing this every time.
Yeah, and that's the other thing. This has to be the last time we do this.
Especially the tag time. Well, the problem is with the tag titles, you ain't got enough tag teams to do 2 tags.
Yeah, we don't. If you're gonna have a championship, it needs to be on TV. And the champion needs to be there on a regular. Even if they're not at every TV,
right?
They need to be at most of them.
At least champion alternate.
Yeah. Your champion don't need to be showing up once a month. Oh, that's terrible. This has to be the last time.
Fight like once every 5 months.
Yeah. And if he's gonna be there, a promo on SmackDown is just not gonna cut it. Once a month. That's not gonna cut it. It's not saying anything. No. You're not defending your title. You defend your. You have a feud that's being built up by your opponent,
or sometimes built up by other people who you aren't fighting.
And
in the case of Brock Lesnar versus Roman Reigns.
Yeah, and sometimes being built up by a video package when neither of them are there. This has to be it.
It has to.
We're taking the belt. One of these belts. You can ask Roman, which one do you want to keep? You losing the other one. That's it. Now, and who you lose to?
That's up to you.
Well, that's up to Triple H.
Who might say it's up to Drew McIntyre because I think
that's the most. We can give it to Drew. We can give it to Bobby Lashley. I'm super cool
Seth with. Is there?
We give it to Seth.
AJ
Styles. We give it to AJ. You know, I'm always down for AJ Styles title run.
Finn still hasn't had a decent
I personally would love for Finn Balor to get back in the title picture.
Please.
But I actually have I was gonna say Edge. I just thought of another bullet point from my wish list just now. Kevin Owens to get back in there. I still would love to see Sami Zayn get a title run. So many people. Let's get Kofi back in there. Let's get King Woods in there.
Don't do that to me.
Look, let's open this up a little bit more. And as a matter of fact, I'm adding that onto the wish list. Let's open up the title picture, the world title picture.
Can we get off the same 3 people we had for 2 years?
Thank you. It's been Roman, Brock, Drew. It's got to be maybe
with an asterisk of Goldberg.
A little bit of Goldberg, a little bit of Bobby Lashley. We gotta get some more people in there. Yeah. Get the Miz back in there.
Why not?
Get Rey Mysterio back in there. You gotta open it up some more. So definitely that's on my wish list.
Especially since you hire people like Karrion Kross back.
Get Karrion Kross in there.
He's in there now.
Yeah. Here's another thing. We gotta break up the Judgment Day.
I'm sorry. Oh, you giving up?
Yeah.
Dang.
Because they were. I like the idea of taking people who needed more exposure and putting them in a faction and letting them kind of build up with that faction. When you kicked Edge out of it.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. It was good when Edge was in charge.
Yeah.
But when you put Finn Balor in charge, the guy who everyone beats.
And see, that's the problem.
It makes them look like
Edge is a Hall of Famer.
Right. former world champion, former tag team champion,
has held more titles than anybody in the history. He was the perfect person to lead a new faction.
Right.
Because just by Rhea Ripley and Damian Priest being in it had elevated them.
Yeah.
You kick him out, you put in Finn Balor. Finn Balor is equal to Damian Priest and Rhea Ripley. Matter of fact, on KSIC, they're making an argument that Rhea Ripley is the real leader of the
Judgment Day. And
she looked like the leader of the Judgment Day.
She's the toughest looking one out of all of them.
So how does that help Finn Balor? How does that help Damian Priest?
How does that elevate Finn Balor?
How does that elevate any of them when all Damian Priest and Finn Balor is doing is losing?
So Rey Mysterio and Dominic.
You're not even losing to quality people. That too. So let's break them up. Finn Balor, you're going back to being Finn Balor.
This feels like Retribution 2.0. That's exactly what this is.
Yes, I forgot who Retribution was. That's why that was that long pause. I could not.
It's like, you got a bunch of people who aren't being used, being led by the guy who loses to everybody.
Yes, it's just the blind leading the blind. So we're getting rid of Judgment Day. Finn Balor is going back to the title picture. He has to be a world. When he was in NXT, he was one of their best champions. He came to the main roster. He was
bringing people up like Karrion Kross.
That was his second stint. I was going to get there. So
you meant the first stint.
His first stint, he was one of their better champions.
I was talking about when he got put back in NXT.
So he comes up to the main roster. He wins the Universal Championship.
Unfortunately, he gets injured.
That's the same night he wins. So then he goes back. He immediately goes back to the Finn Balor who we see now. He's just all show. He never wins. He goes back to NXT, and then he has the run where you're talking about, which was actually a much better run, second run. And he had a lot of great rivals and a lot of great matches and some good feuds over there. He comes back. He goes right back to being the old Finn Balor, who loses to everybody. So now we got Triple H in charge. Triple H is a Finn Balor fan. Every time Triple H has been in charge of Finn Balor's booking, Finn Balor's in there.
Very strong.
Exactly. And without all that demon stuff, we don't even need that.
Listen, let's not talk about the demon.
Okay,
when we last saw the demon, he died, came back to life, and then tripped on a turnbuckle. So we don't talk about the demon.
I forgot about that. That wasn't the last time he was back, though.
You sure?
No. So, Damian Priest, I think we go back and put him back in the United States Intercontinental Championship picture.
You can still keep the similar attitude.
Yeah, he can keep the Judgment Day gimmick. And Rhea,
they're the Shield. Just thought about it. They're the Shield.
That's disrespectful to the Shield.
How dare you?
How is that? They are not the Shield.
You got the High Flyer, Finn Balor.
Okay.
You got the Basic Man, Damian Priest. And you got the... Who
was the Basic Man in the Shield? Roman?
Dean. Yeah, I said it.
I don't know about that. So then Rhea Ripley is who?
Roman.
How? You ran out of people. Because you ran out of people. Okay.
Honestly, couldn't think of it. My brain just went, they wear black, so they must be the Shield.
Okay, look. Damien and Rhea keep the gimmick.
Yeah.
Because it works for both of them, actually. A lot better than their old
Rhea back her theme song.
Yeah. Yeah, I would agree with that, too. But keep the current gimmick. She's got to be a heel.
Yeah.
She works better as a heel. She was a better heel in NXT, in fact.
Yep.
I think you just have to keep her heel.
You got to give her matches to win.
And you got to push them. That's the thing, too. I think when I say you break up the Judgment Day, break up Judgment Day and then push them.
Yeah.
Break them up with Edge even, but have them still beat Edge. Like, they win the feud, but
they work better alone than they do together.
Yeah. Yeah, they work. There you go. You don't even have to do like a whole like breakup angle. They just split.
Yeah.
They change shows. How about that?
Rhea over there on SmackDown against Raquel Rodriguez, that'd be fun.
Oh, another thing, you got to build up Raquel Rodriguez.
She looks like she's just happy to be there, which is fun.
Because there's that whole thing where apparently Vince McMahon is telling the women they need to smile more, and you can see it with Raquel Rodriguez.
Yeah, she's just smiling like crazy.
Yeah,
she just looks like she's happy to be here.
It doesn't work. It doesn't make me more interested in Raquel Rodriguez. It makes me think, wow, she's smiling a lot.
She got the Apollo Crews thing going on.
Yeah. Apollo Crews was, I don't think he was supposed to be smiling as much as he was.
Yes, probably he was smiling too much.
Yeah.
He wants you to be angry.
Okay, another wish list item. Almost.
Come on, don't do it to me.
It's got to go.
Nah, come on.
Go.
Don't get rid of him.
It's time to give up. If we haven't seen anything, if he hasn't looked, I mean, no, I say get rid of him. Let's push him down the card.
It's already down the card.
We're pushing him further.
It's
got to go down further.
Oh, my goodness.
Because, another bullet point, we do got to get rid of the 24/7 championship at some point. It doesn't have to be right away. This could be a slow burn.
Can we at least turn it into a different title?
Yes. Let's do that. Yeah. That's actually a much better idea.
Yeah, can we
let's turn it into something else.
Yeah.
We're not bringing back the hardcore title, though.
But they're going to TV 14.
On Raw.
That's a good point. Well, could be a Raw title. But then you'd have to make a new SmackDown title.
So I think they should have a TV championship.
Ooh.
A television championship.
Ooh, that'd be good for SmackDown.
It'd be good for both, because then that champion could be a floating champion. They can go back to the TVs. That's what the TNT championship is.
Yeah.
And the TBS championship.
Yes,
And that's an old school belt they used to have in WCW. Television champion. The 24/7 championship should somehow morph into the TV title. And who's the TV? And I think you do have to kind of make it. I do like what AEW is doing, where they have one for men and women.
Yeah,
I think you can only do it for men for now at least.
Yeah, because you don't really have a roster for women.
Exactly. That's another thing that on my wish
list. On your wish list, you
might need to try and get some more women on your roster, not just for tag teams too.
Well, you can probably call up Indy from NXT.
Sure. Yeah.
That's all I got. I haven't watched NXT since then.
Mandy Rose. I think Toxic Attraction could probably all come up and
do they have anyone else after that?
Yeah, no. Yeah. So everybody's going to stay. But NXT is developed. Oh, I know it. Another thing. This is actually very important.
Black and gold.
Nah, you know what? Keep the Nickelodeon color scheme.
Okay, do we still have to call it NXT 2.0?
No, that's just stupid. That's just dumb.
Can we
just call it NXT?
Yeah.
But you can keep all the colors and stuff like that. But you have to, and this is, now I'm messing with WWE's money. You have to take it off TV.
Really?
You have to take NXT 2.0 off of TV. It can't be on USA anymore. Some people will take it as you lost to AEW, which is fine. You take that L, because NXT is a developmental company. It's a minor league system. You're telling NXT, you're telling Braun Breaker, you're going up against CM Punk. We need you to bring in more ratings than CM Punk.
On a different way. Is it on Tuesdays?
It's on Tuesdays. AEW goes up against, or is it? Does it come on? Or it just come on Wednesdays?
I think it comes on, or does it come on?
Either way,
it's meant to compete.
Okay. Even if it's not competing against AEW directly, you're telling Braun Breaker and you're telling Carmelo Hayes, and you're telling.
I'm surprised you remember this.
You're telling.
What's his name? The other Uso.
The Fatu kid.
Yeah.
Uso number 3. And you're telling all these people, Indy Hartwell and Toxic Attraction, you're telling them, and the girl, the Tina girl with the big butt, jumps on people. I don't know her name.
I have no clue what you're talking about.
I don't know her name. I guess I should be a good journalist and try and Google it.
Anyway,
you're telling all of them, you need to bring money. You need to bring Nikita Lyons. You're telling Nikita Lyons, as soon as I typed in NXT, her face came up immediately. You're telling them, we need you to bring in ratings. You need to draw money for this company. And these people have no wrestling experience, a lot of them. No TV experience, a lot of them. They're learning on the fly. They're
in front of a camera.
On camera.
On TV.
On TV.
On USA, which is like a big,
nationally broadcasted TV.
Yeah.
Worldwide TV, actually. Mm-hmm. And that's a lot of pressure on people who are brand new. You have Raw and SmackDown for those reasons.
Yeah.
Raw is 3 hours for that reason. everybody.
And it used to be partially in the Phantom not the Phantom Zone, the Bizarro Zone, the Bizarro world with the cruiserweights, and then they stopped doing that.
Oh, that's what I forgot about that. I think if you want to put anything on there on
that third hour,
that that where they are, where NXT is, whatever day they're on, and we can't figure out, take NXT off because USA is probably saying, no, we want wrestling here. That's where you put main event. And you put...
Well, it's the same people, so yeah. So
you put the people on...
It's a lot of the same people who are on Raw anyway.
Yeah. You get the people who's not getting matches like...
T-Bar.
Sure. Who's T-Bar again?
That's the other one. That's not Mace.
Okay, yeah. Get him. And you get the Angel Garza.
Yeah.
And
the
Los Lotharios.
Yeah.
We're a terrible podcast.
We ain't seen some of these guys in months.
But yeah, that you know what? Yeah, you're right. This is where they can have matches, and even Raquel Rodriguez. I don't know how much they're using her, but you get Raquel Rodriguez later have a match with
Shia Lee.
Yes, yeah, that's actually
and Aaliyah.
Get them. Yeah, all the people. This is where they go. This is the AAA of if NXT 2.0 is the AA. This is the AAA. Raw and SmackDown. That's the main show. That's the main roster. You want to get there. You gotta
work from NXT to main event.
And you're not spending any extra money because you're just taping that.
Yeah.
It's going to have to be taped. And you run some vignettes, you run some video packages on there.
Old school where you test on in the background.
Yeah. Actually, you know what I would do? No wrestling on... What day is this show on? Is it on
NXT?
Wednesday? Yeah.
It has to be Wednesday.
Is it Wednesday or Tuesday?
Tuesday?
Okay. No wrestling on that. No WWE on that show. On that day. You go old school. Saturday morning in main event on USA. And you do it Saturday.
So I was thinking literally like Sunday Night Heat something.
People are going to expect something from Sunday Night Heat or even Velocity. I think that's the reason why I would say do it.
People expect something from Velocity?
No.
I was saying,
Sunday Night Heat.
Something I would say.
Okay, Sunday Night Heat. I used to like Velocity, but only because Velocity was the SmackDown roster. And I was Team SmackDown all day. So maybe not necessarily Velocity but not necessarily, maybe closer to Velocity, but not necessarily Sunday Night Heat. Sunday Night Heat was kind of a big deal.
Yeah.
Especially since sometimes they would run Sunday Night Heat before a pay-per-view. And so sometimes it was a lead-in for the pay-per-view. It was almost like the free-for-all or the pre-show.
All right, it's on Tuesday.
Okay, so you have no shows on Tuesday. We're not running anything on Tuesday. Monday and Friday, that's our thing. USA, if they want another show, we're going to do a weekend show. You got the whole weekend to yourself.
Yeah.
Unless Battle of the Belts is on or something like that. But you got the whole weekend to yourself.
Yeah.
So and then the same thing. You throw King Woods out there in a singles match against Mansoor or whatever.
Or Marseille.
Yeah, Marseille.
I can't remember anyone else who's not being used.
But you get what I'm saying.
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
I think what's Apollo Crews doing these days?
He's on NXT.
Okay, well, he's coming back up. Because we got to fill out this main event roster now. And I think that was a place where he thrived. And you know what? Even if you don't want to push the people who deserve to be pushed just yet, like Finn Balor, throw them on there. Let them get some wins.
Let them get something.
Yeah, Damian Priest, Rhea Ripley. Let them do a 6-man intergender match against a random tag team and a random women's division. Yeah. And let them get a pin. And you build them up.
You get New Day plus Aaliyah.
Maybe not New Day, but maybe somebody a little bit further. Los Lotharios and Aaliyah.
You get Dominic and Ray and Aaliyah.
Oh my God, Ray's a Hall of Famer,
former 2-time world champion,
3-time world champion.
That's true.
Yeah, it's the 20th anniversary, man. I know these facts. These facts are fresh my brain right now.
He won it once from Randy Orton.
He has 3 of the worst title reigns of all time, but he is a 3-time champion.
And 2 of them he lost immediately on the same night.
Yeah.
Got cashed in on, and then John Cena just pulled up on him like, "Yo, what's up?"
Rey Mysterio might only the Miz can compete with the worst title reign, multiple title reigns of all time, where all his title reigns was just awful. Chris Jericho's in that conversation too. Chris Jericho at least had
the one where he was undisputed champion, but no one cared.
Yeah, he wasn't even the main focus in his own feud.
He was the undisputed champion.
The only thing that saves Chris Jericho is that he did have that run. We started wearing the suit and he cut his hair. That was a pretty good title reign. But that was it. Everything else, I don't even remember any other title reigns he had. It happened.
World title or just any
world title? Yeah, I remember. I know he's won it more times than that, but I think
was Christian ever world champion?
Yeah, he sure was.
I can't remember.
Exactly. He's in that conference, but he only had one.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think people who had multiples where they were all
I think Ray's are probably the worst.
Ray's is worst.
Because he lost 2 of them in the same night.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
that second one he lost, the one he lost to John Cena, goes down as the worst of all time. Because he was champ, because there was no mention of John Cena.
There was literally pulled, hey, you beat M. Bison, now fight Akuma. Yeah. Final boss, hey, here's something.
Rey Mysterio won the tournament. He was the champion, fair and square.
Everyone was happy.
Everybody loved it. The roof popped. John Cena comes in, challenges him. He beats Rey Mysterio. Then CM Punk comes out, returning
with his title.
Cult of Personality playing for the first time. And everybody forgets Rey Mysterio exists. Everybody they immediately evaporated Rey Mysterio's title reign that lasted.
And then that leads into the Kevin Nash getting in there versus CM Punk.
That eventually did lead, and Rey Mysterio never got back to the world title picture. That's the worst. Nobody's topping that.
Yeah.
I don't know how you could even. Okay, and going back to Chris Jericho. Chris Jericho had a bad one too. He won clean against Triple H on Monday Night Raw, was the new WWE champion, had it overturned immediately because the ref fast counted, supposedly.
What?
I mean, he had the championship. He was celebrating with the champion. Music is hitting. He's going up the stage.
That sounds like some 20
Triple H complained and said, "Nah, that's not cool. You counted too fast, ref."
That's like some 2010 stuff.
I believe Jericho agreed to a rematch, and then he lost the rematch.
Well, God,
that one's pretty bad. But the Rey Mysterio one, you know what? I'm still giving it to Rey Mysterio because Rey never got back.
He never got back.
Jericho,
and he wasn't even given the aura of someone who could get back there.
Yeah, they didn't even tease that he could one day be world champion again. At least Jericho did eventually kind of stay in that.
Yeah, he's up there.
He stayed up there
because he's often talked about as like first ever undisputed champion. And it's like, well, he could do it.
It was important.
Yeah,
yeah. But Ray, they gave him the championship, and then they wanted you to forget that it happened immediately. He got immediately overshadowed.
Why didn't they just give it to John? I mean, I know why, because no one wanted to see John Cena win, but they still let him win.
He still won. But he still won the championship.
Was that Vince booking? Because that sounds like Vince booking.
It has to be, because Rey Mysterio won the championship and then lost the same night. He doesn't want small champions. That's Vince McMahon written all over it. All right, let's put this up.
All right. I think that was another hour and 30?
Hour 13.
Hey, we're getting slightly better.
Getting there. We're getting there.
Dang, man. What's next? Battle? Wait.
Clash at the Castle. When is that?
I think that
August something or other.
It's somewhere far. It's in an actual castle, I hope.
I think it is.
It's in UK, right?
It's in the UK.
Yeah.
If it's not at the At a castle, it's probably like outside of a castle. September 3rd.
September 3rd, dang. They gotta have a view of the castle somehow, because they gotta cut to that.
I'm not a fan. I'm actually off of Clash.
Really?
That's the first. I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan of them having the SummerSlam in July. Though. I got.
When was it usually? Like in August?
It's always in August. It's always like late August. They had it late July. It's like a month off.
Well, so far they got two matches for Clash of the Castle.
Roman versus Drew.
Liv versus Shayna.
There you go. That's so far. I don't hate that.
I don't hate it.
Now Shayna fighting Liv. That could be good. That could be interesting because we all know that Shayna and Ronda are homies.
Yeah.
That could be interesting.
But here's the issue with that. Do you immediately have Liv lose?
To set up a Ronda and Shayna?
Yeah.
No.
But do you have Shayna look weak the first time, or do you have Shayna lose the first time she comes back? Like, first time she gets in, like, a real title picture. I mean, this is where Triple H has to show up now. That's
I believe it. I believe it. Yeah. These are all his kids. Yeah. I think he could do it. I think he can do it. I believe.
You think Drew could beat Roman?
Yes. He's done it.
Yeah.
Yeah. He beat Brock. If anybody could beat him, yeah.
It's probably gonna be Drew.
It's gonna be Drew. Drew, I think, is the guy. Do I think he's gonna beat him at Clash of the Castle? No.
I don't know about that.
No.
I feel like you wait for like a big 4 for that.
I think, yeah, because
because what's next? Survivor Series?
Yeah.
That's probably when you do it.
Yeah. Yeah, I think you're right. I think it's gonna now unless they want to do Clash at the Castle the way they've been doing the Saudi Arabia shows.
Oh, because they're in UK, Drew gets the
since it's like exactly since it's like a specialty thing in another country, maybe they hype it up because Survivor Series. I'm sorry, SummerSlam was good, but I felt like it was a little lacking as far as like there was no title changes. I think.
Nope.
Everybody retained.
Everyone retained. Yep.
And see, usually when they've had in the past WrestleManias that was very anticlimactic, but that was because they were setting up. They were already building up the Saudi Arabia show. Yeah. So maybe the SummerSlam show was not great. Well, it was good. It was good.
It was good. It was really good.
But it wasn't. It didn't give you
in terms of like title changes. It was like
not one title change. Yeah. So maybe.
But we're setting up for a future title change.
Yeah, and you're going to do it at a non-Big Four. So this could be what's going to happen. So you could see Drew win a title off of Roman. Maybe I'll get my wish there. Shayna might beat Liv.
I think Shayna's going to win.
I'm thinking I would like to see Shayna win.
What if they double turn Shayna and Liv? So
there's already a working theory that Liv might have turned.
Yeah.
At SummerSlam because the way she won the money in the way she cashed her money in the bank was not in a way where she came across looking strong. She just kind of caught Ronda when she was vulnerable.
Right.
Got a roll-up win.
Yeah.
Champion. Look at me, I'm the champion. I'm so happy.
Right.
Goes to SummerSlam, gets mollywopped for the entire match.
All over the place.
Wins kind of in a cheap way again. Right. Taps out. Never acknowledges that she tapped out.
I'm still champion.
Yeah,
though.
But she's just like, look at me, I won. And so some people were kind of thinking that.
I was thinking, maybe she's like doing the whole I'm riding the high of like I'm champion though.
But
everyone's like that, but you're losing like in convincing.
Yeah, you're not a very good champion. Like I got the belt. I'm doing something right here. But the only thing that messes up that whole theory is that Ronda almost kind of turned heel herself.
Yeah,
at the end of that
attacking
match.
referees and stuff.
Yeah. So I don't.
But I don't know how.
But as far as like the Shayna thing, yeah. Now if Shayna turns face, then it's easier to do a Shayna Ronda feud. Yeah. But a double turn wouldn't be bad.
Interesting.
I would actually like a double turn and keep the belt on Liv.
Yeah. Ooh, okay. That's how you do it.
Yeah.
You use Liv to cheat. And there's the heel turn, and Shayna gets the sympathy. Yep. Yeah. There you go.
Now, but you got to keep Ronda face if you do that, because she has to be a face.
She's suspended right now, so she's off doing her own thing.
Why is she here? Suspended. Okay, we got to wrap this up. I'm adding one last thing to the.
Don't get rid of Ronda Rousey.
Ronda's got to go. Let's terminate this. I don't know how many more years she got on her contract.
Okay, what if
Tony can have her?
What if she's like a Undertaker thing where she only shows up at WrestleMania?
Okay, I'm cool with that.
She has a WrestleMania match.
I'm cool with that.
And that's what I think.
I'm you know what? Okay, you talked me off the ledge. I'm a little hasty. I got a little excited.
This man kicked the goal down, pulled the clock, and was like, I'm sick of it. I'm like, all right, Nick, hold on.
Okay.
What if we just put the gun down? We gotta empty the bullets. Okay, no need to shoot. Let's just calm it down.
Okay. The negotiator came in and talked me down.
The negotiator talked the officer down.
Okay. Right.
You're right. All right, let's just calm down. We can come to a middle ground.
You're right. Okay. Specialty events. Ronda can come back.
Yeah.
Have one match. And she returns at the next specialty event.
There you go.
Okay.
Okay, you want to know what something else you can add to that wish list?
Okay.
Get rid of the specific pay-per-views.
Yes. Yes.
No more Hell in a Cell.
I have complained about that. I can't believe I didn't think of that. I've complained. No more Hell in a Cell.
You said that says Money in the Bank.
Yeah, I hate that Money in the Bank is a thing. As a pay-per-view. That should be a match. And they need to put that back in WrestleMania.
Yeah, put down night one.
Do the one on night one and do the other one on night two.
Yep. Yeah, because then you're not like gassed out on two ladder matches on the same day.
Exactly. Yeah, because you still keep the women's.
Yep.
Just put it on a different night.
Yeah. And depending on how big the ladder, you can change which who gets
there
one
you
night.
Go. There you go. And then the Money in the Bank. Hell in a Cell goes back to being a regular match. You just do it whenever you want to do it. You don't have to wait for once a year.
Could also be on WrestleMania.
Could also be on WrestleMania. You really want to juice up WrestleMania? You could do that too.
Man,
Extreme Rules.
What if they put an Extreme Rules match, a Money in the Bank, Hell in a Cell, Elimination Chamber?
Everybody getting their money's worth. And then WrestleMania. Everybody coming for something. Everybody getting something out of this.
Pull down the Elimination Chamber, put it back up, and bring down the Hell in a Cell.
Figure it out.
I don't know how that's going to work.
We'll figure something.
Elimination Chamber in a Hell in a Cell.
Okay. All right.
The Hell Chamber. There you go. There you go.
We're going to end it on that.
Yeah.
We ain't topping the Hell Chamber. All right, Dillon, sign us out.
Sign us out. Wait, what did I tell you to sign us out? All right, that's Nick.
Hit me with the reverse one. Told you to sign us out.
All right, that's Nick.
That's Dillon.
Thank you. And that's been Cut to Finish. I think we went over again.
You
know what? It was fun.
It was fun. Programming note. The next time we come back, we still have not finished the tournament, the theme song tournament. We're going to commit to doing it the next episode.
That's probably a full episode.
It probably will be, yeah.
Yeah. Assuming, of course, no crazy weirdness happens.
And it shouldn't, because I don't think we have a whole lot happening. We're going to try to record within the next few days.
Right.
There shouldn't be anything.
Right. The only thing that might happen is that's one small thing. So they did announce that they were going to complete the tag team tournament that they said.
Oh, that's right. That's right. Oh, did we talk about Sasha and Naomi? At all?
Well, I brought it up.
Okay.
They did say that they were going to hold an actual tournament this time, and I was saying at the end of that tournament, whoever wins needs to fight Sasha and Naomi.
Yes. Yeah, that's the only thing that makes sense.
That's the only.
They're technically still the champions.
Technically.
Well, I guess they did.
Well, they did vacate. But the reason they vacated because there was no one to fight.
And everybody knew that. I don't know why they just. They're like, oh, we're going to have a tournament. With who? All
right. That's Nick. I'm Dillon.
There you go.
And that's been Cut to Finish.
Peace.